Eric, what are some of your first memories of music?
My very first memory is my mother. She could sing, and she loved Anne Murray, and she loved the Carpenters. Was one of her big things, and she would always sing it. She would always play their music and sing around the house, and I just remember her singing those songs. That's kind of my first main memory of music.
Was there a particular moment that made you decide you wanted to be a musician?
There was one moment, and that's kind of my signature story. It was something that I never thought I would do. I was scared to death of singing, scared to death of being in front of people. I would literally sweat and break out in sweat just even talking to somebody like you in an interview like this. And I was on a cruise ship. I won a free cruise on September 10th, 2001, which is like the worst day to ever win a free cruise. And we sailed out into Mexico on September 11th, and we got attacked. And they sent us to the top deck while they searched cruise ships because they thought maybe they would be the next targets. And while we were on the top deck, my brother dared me at that time to face my fear and do karaoke for the first time. And I sang The Dance by Garth Brooks. And when I got done, I remember singing and shaking the whole time. My hands were shaking, and I was trying to hold the microphone. When I got done, a lady came up to me and she hugged me and she said, "You need to go home and become a singer." And that's where my very first start was.
You can tell that story, the tragedy kind of inspired you to help people. What are some of your other inspirations as far as your creative process? Where do your songs come from?
A lot of my songs come from people that I love. That's one thing is my family and friends are close. That's my support circle. And when my grandfather passed away, one of my songs came from that experience. Just moments of peace, moments of love and happiness. My songs come to me during those, as well as moments of hardship. I mean, that's when a lot of songs come to a lot of people. And I work with great co-writers. I could not do what I do without them. Amy Lacey's one of my best co-writers. She's been there from the start, and I just loved working with her over the years.
Your brother also plays in your band. How's that experience been, being able to play alongside him?
My brother's actually a big inspiration to me. He had a band in high school, and I was not into music at the time. And I was kind of his roadie and his front row guy cheering him on. And he had the garage band, and he was just so talented. And his band broke up, and they kind of fell apart as I was starting my journey in music. And when I got going and things started, I started to need a band. He's the first one I called. So he's a great guitarist and a great singer, and he's a great songwriter. He makes up for in the areas that I am weak. I'm not a great musician. I'm really not. I can play chords here and there, but I am not a great guitar player, and he makes up for that. He helps. We're the perfect team.
Eric, you speak a lot at schools. Can you tell us about that and how that all started?
I was never considered a speaker, and it's kind of weird that I became one. It's something that I never, ever would picture for myself, even worse than singing. It's crazy to me. But I wrote a book in 2012 about my journeys in the music program, my journeys in the music world, let me say. And as I wrote in the book, I touched on a few subjects. One of them was being picked on in school, being bullied. One of them was in my journey to losing weight and getting a healthier lifestyle. And I talked about horses and things that I had gone through besides music. And one of the things was I was relentlessly bullied and picked on in school. And one of the things was I lost 80 pounds with a weight loss journey. And so people read this in my book, and they started saying, "Can you come talk to us on weight loss? Can you come talk to us on bullying? Can you come talk to our school?" And that started a speaking deal for me, and I started going and speaking on these things. Then people started asking me to do workshops on music for independent musicians and starting your own record labels and running your own business. And I've been doing a lot of those lately. That's really been taken off for me as well. So really, speaking has become almost as big as my music itself. So kind of different.
Eric, you just released a new single. Is there any more new music planned in the near future?
I just released a brand new song called Break Free. It's a digital download on iTunes and Amazon only. I've been working with my co-writers to come out with a new album here in the future. It's a little ways off still because I just finished writing my second book. And I just got it back actually today from the editor. This is I just was actually looking at it before we started this interview. But it's my second book. It's actually called Why Not Today? Face Your Fears and Chase Your Dreams. And I'm actually wearing my shirt, Why Not Today shirt. So it's kind of my message. I have a song called Why Not Today, an album called Why Not Today. I wear wristbands called Why Not Today, and I give them to the kids at the schools when I speak to them. But it's all about facing your fears and deciding today what you want to do with your life. That's what I did on the cruise ship. That's what I did when I lost weight. And that's what I hope that I can help inspire others to do.
So, Eric, if you could perform with any musician, past or present, who would that be?
Honestly, I would probably say Garth Brooks because he's the start. His song was the start, and I've always really looked up to him. And that would be great.
Well, he's going back on tour, so maybe we can
He
make that happen.
he has gone back on tour. So,
Can you tell us something you enjoy outside of music that your fans might not know about?
boy, they know a lot about me. I'm very much a redneck in the hills kind of guy, and that's it surprises people how I was with one of my friends over the weekend, and she's a speaker on the national speaking circuit, and we were talking about the deer hunting and the riding my four wheelers and the sleeping out under the stars and how I just take my dog with me and tie her to my cot when I'm camping, and whenever critters or animals come into camp, I just untie her and she chases them away. And this just blows people away. Now, in the country music world, it doesn't, but I'm crossing worlds here into the speaking circuit, and I'm in the cities, and I'm speaking to the cities and the kids, and they don't understand that lifestyle. And to me, it's just like a no-brainer. That's just how I live. I'm on my horse. I'm sleeping on the ground. I'm camping. I'm making Dutch oven dinners. I'm making tinfoil dinners. It's just part of my life. I have no problems catching a fish. I have no problems gutting a fish. I have no problems cooking it on my grill. It's just how I was raised. And it just kind of blows people away when I talk like that. So it's kind of funny to me.
Eric, where's the best place to find your music or your book?
Right now, iTunes and Amazon are my best places. I know that on my website there is some free downloads at ericdodge.com, and Reverb Nation has some stuff. But iTunes, Amazon, my website has my CDs and my books, and they're just going to continue to be. I know people. I got a Spotify channel. I've got a Pandora channel. You can find it all over.
Do you have any live shows coming up?
Concert schedule's looking good this summer. I'm going to be in Montana, in Wyoming, in Utah, in Nevada. I hope people check that out. Mostly Western United States at this time. I'm hoping to expand. As far as the speeches go, they're starting to pick up as well in a lot of different locations. And I'm hoping to speak to as many different people as I can. The more people I can help inspire, the better off I'm going to be, because I know that facing your fears is hard to do, but it's a very, very purposeful life.
Eric, it's been great catching up with you again. Do you have any final thoughts before we go?
I want to tell you I appreciate what you do for independent artists and all music people. I mean, it's great that you help us all get our names out. You help us all do what we do. It's people like you that make it possible for people like us to actually have great careers.
If you enjoyed the interview, please subscribe on YouTube and Vitascape. Enjoy all the benefits listed on the screen and help us spread the music of indie musicians by joining our patron fan club. For more details, just click above the arrow. And don't forget to follow us on all your favorite social media sites.